Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to new video. And today we're gonna look at the Twisted Tea Party from Ainsley Rain Cosmetics, and we're gonna build our own palette. If this is your first time here, hi, my name's Sasha. I love indie makeup, I love colorful makeup, I love fun eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes. And this year I want to get more into building my own palettes and working with single shadows. So if that's something that interests you, I will be very happy to see you here. So today I received my Twisted Tea Party palette finally came. So it comes with this beautiful sleeve. And then you have the palette. It's a magnetic palette. It has the Cheshire Cat. Is that how you call it? I'm sorry, I'm not English. Over here, it's beautiful. And then you have 16 slots for 16 shades. It looks beautiful. It's really small, really thin, which I like. I hate bulky packaging. And I have some Terra Moons shades. I have some Colourpop shades. And I have a couple more shades in my singles collection, which we'll see what I'm gonna use. But yeah, this is how she looks like. I will show you close-ups and everything later. But she looks very pretty and I can't wait to build this palette. Okay, so I've pulled up the Ainsley Rain website so that I know what it's supposed to look like. And the first shade, Chasing Rabbits, looks like kind of pink with like orangey twist to it. So I thought we could do the shade from Terra Moons, which is called Andromeda. It has a pink base with some like orangey peachy flip to it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. I will film the like close-ups and macro shots later. So that's gonna be the Chasing Rainbows shade. Chasing Rabbits, sorry, I can't read. Then Mind Melt is kind of like blue, purple type of shade. And I'm thinking I could use the shade Snow Globe by Terra Moons. It's like iridescent white with blue and green, I think, which is not 100%, but I feel like it could work. Or we could also do the shade Atlas by Terra Moons, which again is kind of like white based, and it goes from blue to purple to kind of like turquoisey. So maybe we're gonna do that instead in the Mind Melt spot. Then for Amanita Muscaria, it kind of looks like deep purple shade with like gold and green in it. I thought I could use this Micka Beauty Shop shade called Magnitude, which is purple with green and kind of gold reflects in it. Then we have Hypnotic, which looks to be kind of like a raspberry pink or like kind of dusty pink. And I have two options from Colourpop. I can either use Poodle, which is more like a almost Barbie pink, or I have this kind of like lavenderish, like purplish shade called Friendly. And I think I'm gonna go with the shade Poodle. So this is how our first row looks like. The Colourpop shades are a little bit bigger, so we have to like press it there, but it's fine. Then we're gonna go into the shade Teacup, which looks like a grungy green. And I have this kind of more like grungy green, and I have this yellower green, and I think I'm gonna use the grungy green from Terra Moons called Ivy. So this is how Ivy looks like. It's kind of like very grungy, vibrant green. Then the next shade is called Distorted Dream. And Distorted Dream looks like it just has everything in it, like it's super fun shade. And I think for that I want to use the shade Holophilic by Micka Beauty Shop, which is kind of like holographic shade with a lot of different sparkles in it. Then the next is Cheshire's Secrets, which is a matte purple. So I think we're gonna use the other Colourpop shade, which is called Friendly. Then for the shade Rabbit, it's supposed to be black shade, so again I'm gonna go with Colourpop, and it's the shade Let's Do It. And that's the second row finish. So far it's like very purple, pink, green. Then for the next row, we have the shade Muchness. And Muchness is kind of like goldy green shade, or like a very vibrant green shade. So I think I'm gonna use this Gold Caster from the Terra Moons line. Then we have the shade Hysterical Hatter, and that looks to be like another greenish shade. I think I want to put here the shade Serpents from Terra Moons. It's kind of like a green with blue. It's a very fun shade. So for the shade Delirious Dormouse, they're supposed to be purple shade that's similar to the other purples. But I've decided that what I would like more to have in this color story is kind of like a yellow shade that would fit with like the greens. And I can either use this yellow from Colourpop called Big Smiles, or this kind of milky, like grungy yellow called Arctic Lime from Terra Moons. And I think I'm gonna go with the Arctic Lime because it goes better with the shade Castor. Like these two go really well together, and I just like the look of this more. Then we have the shade Looking Glass, which is supposed to be blue matte. I don't have like a deep blue matte, I have more like a pastelier matte called Lost and Found from the Colourpop line. So this is how that's gonna look like. And this is where we're at with the third row. And then for the last one, so the shade Surreal is supposed to be like orange. I have this orange from Colourpop called Entangled, but I'm gonna use my Terra Moons shade called Beetlegoose. It's a very fun shade, like very fun name. Then we have the shade Drink Me, which is supposed to be like a sparkly purple shade. I think I'm gonna put there the shade Slow Globe from Terra Moons. It's kind of like pinky to green. Then for the shade Elixir, which is supposed to be kind of like a turquoisey, greenish, bluish shade, I'm gonna use the shade Sharon, I'm not sure, from Terra Moons. It has some green and blue in it, I think. I'm gonna swatch it later and maybe we'll rearrange. And then for the last shade, it's supposed to be deeper blue, and it's called Bonkers. And I think I want to try to use this blue shade from Colourpop. It's called Tide Pool, It's very vibrant blue, so I want to try that. So this is how the palette looks like so far. I have a couple more shades that I could have put here, for sure. We'll see what I'm gonna think about it. So far there's 7 matte shades, 2 shades that are a little bit like more satiny, at least they look to be more satiny. And then 7 really sparkly shades. Most of those are iridescent shades. So that's how we did. It's not completely the same, but I didn't try to make it the same. And as I said, I have to swatch this palette, and if I'll find out that I could swap some of these and go for better options, then maybe I'll go for better options. Because I also have like this cooler toned green from Colourpop that I think would look really nice with this color story. I think the yellow would look cool as well in this color story, so we'll see. I will film multiple looks with this. You will see that in a bit, or maybe I'm gonna make another video about that, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna use this palette of singles, and I'll create like 3-4 looks with this. Okay, so for the first look with my custom-made Twisted Tea Party palette, I want to play with the blue shades. Also just because I want to try this shimmer blue from Colourpop. And I'm also gonna probably play with some of the greens, just because I feel like it could tie it all together. So we're gonna start with this shade. I think it's called Lost and Found. I'm gonna probably put some kind of text over my forehead to tell you which shade it actually is, because I definitely won't be able to remember all of them. And I can obviously remove the shades, but the ones that are from Colourpop, Colourpop has slightly bigger bands. Like they still fit into these slots, but they're just a little bit more stuck there, and you actually have to use a little bit of pressure to get them out. So that's the only thing. So especially for the Colourpop ones, I'm just gonna probably put it on the screen how it's called. So I'm starting with the blue, and this blue looks so beautiful. It's like a very pastel-y blue, and I love shades like these. And I haven't worn blue for a while, so I just really wanna get into it. And I think like half of these mattes from this palette are from Colourpop. They're the cheapest, and I think they're really good. Like I like Colourpop for their mattes. I think they have a really good matte formula. The shimmers not so much, but the mattes are great. So let me just finish the blue part. Then I'm gonna use a little bit of the black one, again from Colourpop. And I've never tried Colourpop's black before. I have one shade in the Legend of Korra palette that's like deep grayish color, but I don't have black, and this black is quite nice. Because I have a lot of shades that are more pastel-y in this palette, I definitely don't need this black to be like really, you know, like black, like it doesn't have to be like a extremely deep, but I just wanted black because, you know, to be able to deepen up everything, and there's not that many slots. I mean, it is a 16 pan, but I wanted a lot of these shimmer shades there, so something like this. kind of more like steely blue, kind of like a little bit more grayish blue grease, which I think works with the packaging and everything. And I kind of wanted to get inspired by the fur of the cat. It has some blue and green in it. Now I think we can go straight to the shimmers. So I definitely want to use this shimmer from Colourpop to try it. Then I want to use this shade from Terra Moons. This one is Serpents. And then this shade, we're probably gonna use that one in the inner corner, and that's called Snow Globe. These are the three that we're working with and that I just really want to try. So I'm using my NYX glitter primer to just have something to adhere these shimmers to. Ooh. I mean, the blue one is really pretty from Colourpop, but it's just, it could be like sparkly, right? I think that's my issue with Colourpop, that they have very satiny shimmers. Like, they're not, they just don't really reflect light. And I like more, like, I like more wet looking or metallic looking shimmers. And I mean, sometimes it catches light and it does shine a little bit, but it's just very like flat shine. And I like more just like sparkle, you know, like more metallic. How to describe Colourpop shimmers, are just kind of not what I want. So now we're taking the shade Serpents because I want some green in the look. Oh. And I love Terra Moons shimmer formula. I think they have really nice shades, and I love the selection that you get from Terra Moons. I can't wait to try the mattes from Terra Moons though, because I never tried them before. I know they had a palette. Was it the Cosmic Wanderer or was that different brand? I'm not completely sure. But I think they had a palette of like singles and stuff. But I don't have that one. I definitely want the new palette from them that was released not that long ago. I think it's like Space Chemistry or Space Artistry or something. No, Chemistry probably. It has something with chemistry. It's really cool. It's kind of like scientific. Is that a word? Scientific? Probably. It's kind of like science-based. I think it's really cool. I like Terra Moons. And I think that one is magnetic, or like you can take the sheets out, so I would definitely have a lot of use for that because I want to build more of these palettes and have like a little projects here and there, because I know a lot of people do it. I've seen, especially like Marta's makeup, I think she was the first that I actually saw like properly do it. And then also a couple people on Instagram, and I really love that idea, like building your own color story, building your own palettes. I think that could be really fun. So this is the top lid. Now before I'm gonna use the Snow Globe shade, I think I also want to try this shade that I have, which is called Atlas. I think it has white and like it has white base and blue shift to it, if I remember that correctly. So I want to use it on the lower lash line. I'm just gonna put like a little bit of that blue matte shade. I think I said I wanted to do blue and green, right? Maybe it's gonna be blue look. I'm not sure now. Maybe we could do a little bit of green. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm gonna use this shade. which is kind of like yellowy green. Or maybe I'm gonna... No, I know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use this kind of shimmery... I don't know if it's shimmer or satin. And it's the shade Castor from Terra Moons. I'm gonna spray my brush and I'm gonna put it here. It's kind of like yellowy, limey green. And I'm gonna put it just like at the beginning. Ooh, definitely has a lot of yellow. Okay, now we're gonna take the shade Atlas. And I'm gonna put just like a little bit here in the like middle part. And now I'm taking the shade Snow Globe and we're gonna put that in the inner corner. Okay, this shade. I like that Terra Moons have more like a iridescent glassy, or like, you know, more iridescent shades. Oh, aren't we a beautiful peacock? I'm sorry, I need to play. It's been a really stressful week and I need to play. I love how all of these shades kind of melt into each other. Okay, so let me finish this up and I'll show you the final look. Okay, so I've used the Essence Multitask Concealer, the Colourpop Level Up Mascara. I have the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Crystal Crush, which is kind of like shimmery turquoise. It's very similar to the shades that I have on my lid. Now, I think I want to try using a little bit of this She Glam Fireworks Glitter Liner. I've had this since like beginning of January, or maybe I've got it in at the end of December, and I haven't used it the most, so we're gonna do just like a little bit over here. You know, just like slightly have something fun there. With this palette and with this concept, I just wanna play, you know, like you're not gonna find any neutral everyday looks. That's not what this palette will be for. So, okay, so something like this, it's just like a little bit, just for funsies. Now I want to take these Suva UV liners, and since we're playing with the green and blue, I thought that we could use this green as a lower lash line mascara. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit of setting spray in it. Take a brush, or if you have spoolie for, like sometimes you get these spoolies for like individual lashes or something. I have it somewhere, but I don't know where. I'm pretty sure that it's on my college dorm, so. But if you have like a small brush, you can just put it on the lashes like so. Kind of wiggle around a little bit. Think like this. And let me finish the other side. Now we're also gonna take some of these crystal face jewels from Colourpop. And I want to use these really small ones at the beginning. They're kind of like iridescent, like they have all these different colors in them, which I really like. So I'm taking my Duo Lash Glue. It's the green one. And it has like a little brush applicator. And I think I'm gonna put it like this. And I just want like a really small crystals. Okay, now to finish this look, I just used the Scooby-Doo Wilma and Daphne blush, the pink one. Then I have the Legend of Korra palette from Colourpop, and I used this shade, the jelly one, called Rebel Spirit, as my highlighter. And I think I'm also gonna use this one from She Glam. It's the She Glam Invisible Jelly Shadow Glitter in the shade Moonlight Straw. It's kind of like a jelly glitter, right? I don't know how well you can see that, but it's like a gel. And I have a little bit on my hands. I think I'm just gonna try to do like a little bit on my cheeks. Like a couple glitter particles. Because I want the highlight to be like a little bit more fun. And this has mostly like blue but also green and yellow particles in it, this glitter, so I feel like that could work. I wanted to buy this because She Glam is very inexpensive and I want to know if this is something that I would like in my collection, like a type of product that I would use. I don't think I'm gonna get much uses out of this because unless to use it on my cheeks, because honestly it's a bit too jelly to use on my eyes, and I think it looks nice on the under eye area actually, but that's about that. I don't really know how to use it, so, but it's not a bad product. And this is the finished look. We're kind of like a peacock, and I love it. I love looking like peacock. I think it's very cute. I like looks like these, and I just needed to play. So I don't know if you're gonna see much of a flip on the eye. Maybe like this you can see the inner part of the lid and how fun it is. But I think it's really fun. It's kind of like the top is very oceany, like it's kind of ocean and sea foam and stuff like that, and the bottom is just fun. So let me know what you think about this look, and let's jump into the next look. Okay, so for the next look with my custom made palette, I think I want to play with the greens and pinks. So we're gonna start with this shade, and we're gonna put it in the beginning of the eye. And this is more like a purpley pink. Like it has a little bit of purple in it. It's not a fully pink color. Then I'm gonna take this vibrant green shade, which is called Ivy, I believe. Yes, it's from Terra Moons and it's Ivy. And we're just gonna put it right at the end of the crease, or like the second half of the crease. And I'm really surprised by how smooth this shade is. As I said in the previous video, or I believe I said that, I've never tried Terra Moons mattes before. This is my first time. And it's really nice. It's pigmented. It blends amazingly, or like it's diffusing really well. And it's really comfortable to use. There is a little bit of kick up in the pan, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so I think this is the matte portion. I could deepen it up, but I would have to use the black. And I think I'm gonna use the black. No, I'm gonna keep it like this. I kind of want to have it just like fun and I don't know. We don't always have to have black in the outer corner or like deep shade, right? Yeah. So I'm just gonna repeat the same thing on the lower lash line and then we're gonna get into shimmers. Okay, so the matte portion is done. And now for the shimmers, we're gonna do this shade, which is the Micka Beauty Shop Magnitude. And we're kind of using it in the middle of the crease, in the middle of the lid. It is pink going to green, so I thought that that would be perfect for this look. And I like Micka Beauty Shop's single shades if you haven't seen my review of them, because I've already used the Micka ones before, like a couple times, and I really loved them. They're a little bit drier than the Terra Moons or other brands, but they don't crease like at all. I haven't had problem with creasing, so that's what I really like about them. Now for the inner part, I'm gonna use this shade because we haven't used that one, and this one is called Charon. I'm not sure. It's the mythological creature, the one that would take people in the underworld through the river Styx to Hades realm. But I don't know how it's called in English, like how you pronounce it. So Sharon, I don't know. But it is from Greek mythology. So this is the look. Ooh, it's so shifty. I don't know if you can see if it's shifty, but I can. So let me just put on mascara and stuff like that and I will show you the end result. Okay, so here is the finished look. I love this look. It's kind of different and fun. So I've used the Colourpop cream gel liner. This is in the shade Outer Space. I know it's probably not, like, at first I wanted to use like a pink one, but I don't know, I thought I could bring some color, more color into this look, and I haven't tried this one yet, so I don't know. That's what happens when you review makeup. Then I have the Level Up mascara from Colourpop. I have the Glam Light blush duo, and I'm using Daphne. It's funny, when I bought this, I thought that this is gonna be like not used at all, and I'm gonna use this all the time. I've used this like 3 times and this like 10 times. I have the pink one, and then to correspond with the eye look, I have the Colourpop light sticks. This is the Wings collection, the Darcy one. It's a green highlighter to like match the eyes. And then on my lips, I have the Unearthly Devour lipsticks, and I have the satin one in the shade Yummy, so the green one. And then I topped it off. And then I topped it off with the lip gloss in the shade Havoc. It's like a sparkly pinky one. I don't know if you can see the pink. It's mostly green. But yeah, I just wanted to change it up because I've been wearing very neutral lips lately. And I just love the green one. So this is the finished look. When I look straight, it's mostly like pink, but when I look down, I can definitely see that this is green and this is kind of like turquoisey, slightly blue with a bit of purple in it. So yeah, they're very fun. I'm gonna try to show you. I mean, you can see how it shifts green and pink. I don't know, I can, in the mirror I see pink, but I think you see green. So that's fun. I think now I can slightly see the little bit of blue purple in the beginning of the eye, and then like green. I don't know, it's really hard to show these, but I hope this worked. And I just love these shades, and it's definitely a little bit different than what I normally go for. I'm trying to change it up a little bit and not do the same thing in each of my videos. Without doing like super intricate looks that will take me like 2 hours to do, because I don't have that much time, and I like looks that don't take much time but are still fun. And you can definitely do something like this in a matter of minutes. They're both like lighter to mid-tone shades, so it's not that hard to blend it. And yeah, then you have just fun shimmers and you're done. So I think this is a really easily recreatable look. Let me know what you think, and let's jump into the third look. I want to get inspired by the eyes of the Cheshire Cat. We're gonna start with this orange. This one is from Terra Moons and it's called Beetlejuice. And we're gonna put Beetlejuice at the end of our crease. And this is very neon-y orange, kind of like yellowy orange. Now we're gonna take this pink, which is I think something poodle, and we're gonna put it in the beginning of the eye. And I know that pink and orange is kind of popular, especially in summer. I know that there was this release from Beauty Bay and they had like pink and orange palette. I don't remember what it was called, but I think they released it in summer, and I wanted to get that one, but then I was kind of like, it's not color story that I would use all that often. I mean, I like oranges, but I don't actually wear them as often, and pinks I also don't wear very often. So I didn't buy that palette, but I want to try some Beauty Bay palettes. I don't like that they're monochromatic usually. I don't really do monochromatic. So we have the orange and the pink, and now I want to do the black, like the, is this called iris or is that something else? Can you tell that I have no clue how things are called in English? So we're gonna use the black one from Colourpop, and we're gonna do one of those winged liner looks. I think this time I'm just gonna do like a small wing, because I don't know, I don't really know why, but I mean the iris or whatever it's called is really like small and sharp, so we're gonna do sharp. I mean the palette is literally called We're All Mad Here, so there can be a little bit of madness with this, right? Now we're gonna use this shade, which is the shade Holophalic from Micka Beauty Shop. It's kind of like a holochrome shadow, and I'm using that on the lid, and it's kind of like goldy beigey with green and pink and orange and like all different colors. And also it's one of the few shades that I haven't tried from this, that I haven't used in this video. I think with this look I'm gonna have all of the shades used. And then another shade that we haven't tried yet is this one, and this is Andromeda, right? And we're gonna use that in the inner corner and also at the beginning of the lid. This one is kind of like pinky going to kind of peachy orange. Okay, so this is the finished look. It's really fun. It's, again, I don't think I've done anything like this before, so I'm definitely happy that this palette kind of forced me to try something different. And I really like the finished look. So I used the Soul Mana Gel Liner from Odin's Eye. This is the shade 01. And then I have the Multitask Concealer from Essence, the Level Up Mascara from Colourpop, the She Glam blush in the shade Float On. It's this like liquid blush. And then I have the Shroud Cosmetics Peaches and Dreams highlighter. It's kind of like pinky, orangey, goldy highlighter in the shade Celestial Haze. And I think that's it. So this is how it looks like. I don't know what you can see, but I can see like peachy, pinky shift in the beginning, and then goldy orange, goldy greeny, orangey lid in the second half. So that's kind of where we are. I'm gonna try to show you maybe in the reflection if there's gonna be a little bit more. Yeah, it's very pretty, and I really like both of these shades. I think they're super cute, and I'm really happy with the finished look. So that's that. I think the only shade I haven't used yet is this green, kind of like chartreuse green. We're definitely gonna do something with that tomorrow, and that's gonna be the last look. And then I think I'm gonna do one more look as like a weekly get ready with me, because I've been kind of not really filming them lately. So I'm gonna have to get better at this. So for the final look, I of course forgot to film it. So I needed to use this shade because I haven't showed that one. It's the Arctic Lime from Terra Moons. So it's the one that I have in the front. It's very like, I think it's called Chartreuse, right? Is that the shade name? It's kind of like, you don't know if it's yellow or green. So that's that. Then I had to use this mossy green again, which is Ivy. Then I have this on the beginning of the lid. It's the shade Castor. Then the Micka Beauty Shop, the Holophilic at the end, and the Snow Globe from Terra Moons, because it has like a yellow green in it. So it's very like poppy, bright look, because I feel like a lot of other looks were darker. And this is the final product. I have to film the swatches, but you already saw them. Let me know which one was your favorite, and let me know if you have either the original palette or if you've recreated it in some way. Let me know if you like multi-chromes and single shadows and stuff like that. And if you do build your own palettes, I have a couple more videos coming that are in the same genre. So definitely stay tuned. It's gonna take a little while for me to finish it, but there is a lot more videos coming on this subject, so let me know if that's something that interests you, and let me know what you thought about this palette. And I hope you have a great day, and I will be super happy to see you next time. So, bye!